to all of us sixth graders. It's called CHAMPS. And it stands for character, habits of mind, accountability, motivation, planning, and self-esteem. So, as we do every year, we start having conversations about what our building looks like, what the needs of our students are. The needs of the students we have today is much different than the needs of the students when we moved into building 2011, socially, emotionally, academically. Things students are dealing with or have to learn to deal with today, students in 2011 did not have to deal with. So we started having conversations, what does this course look like? What should be included in this course? Smith, this is Pat Smith, one of my vice principals, sixth grade vice principal. She took the initiative to start looking things up. So what you did find is on the state New Jersey website, they have the 2020 New Jersey Student Learning Standards for readiness, life literacy, and key skills. And when we start looking at this, we said, this is exactly what we're looking for. Because we want to help the student be able to, number one, transition into the middle school, because we have students coming from three distinct elementary schools, all grade kids, with their own personalities. Now we have to take them and put them into one large middle school. So I'm going to read the mission statement that is on the New Jersey DOE website for these learning standards. Career readiness, life literacy, and key skills education provides students with the necessary skills to make informed career and financial decisions, engage as responsible community members in the digital society, and to successfully meet the challenges and opportunities in an interconnected global economy. So when we saw this, we started thinking this is exactly what we're looking for. It's standards-based, the standards are on the website. So the way we see CHAMPS is it's a package of skills that we have identified that will benefit all students as they transition to the middle school. Study skills, rapport, which is an avid-based package of study skills, critical thinking, problem solving, teamwork, character education, collaboration are examples of key skills students need for success that will be covered in this course. CHAMPS is a course designed to address the natural evolution of the needs of our students that was once met through the PBL course. The project-based learning, critical thinking, and problem solving of PBL will not go away. Areas of focus and need for this course were identified over the years with input from various stakeholders, inclusive of parents, teachers, and students themselves in the school and hearing all their concerns. So even we had Tuesday night and last Thursday sixth grade orientation, and a lot of parents are nervous with their children coming to such a large school, and he's not organized. He doesn't know how to study. How can you guys get him ready for the middle school? So now we have a mechanism to help them without having to do it in math or language arts or self-study. We could do that here. This will be a standards-based course that will incorporate state standards in areas of financial literacy, character ed, career readiness, and life literacy just been reviewed. So this is our vision. It will have to go to written as a curriculum. Ms. Smith has put together a framework. We had our 5 teachers have a professional day to collaborate on Tuesday, thank you, and start fleshing out and looking for resources for this course. So that is my one potential.
I love the abbreviation of character, habits of mind, accountability, motivation, planning, and self-esteem. I just had a couple questions, and then I'll pass it on to the other board members. The PBL piece is going to stay. The world language piece, is this like a year-round course? Because PBL used to alternate with
right. So this is a year-round course. The tenets of PBL will be embedded, the project-based and all that. Right. Spanish will be going on a cycle in the 6th grade, and it will be a full year in the 7th grade. So now, between 6th and 7th grade, students actually get 5 marking periods, whereas right now they get 4, so they're actually getting extra world language out of the situation.
So the students that do band or chorus will not get the cycle?
No, but they will get the same as they're getting now because that 6th grade is more of an exposure, so they won't miss a lot, and they'll get the same 4 marking periods that they would get if we didn't make any changes.
Yeah, also Ms. Moore, so chorus is in place of the cycle, band in 0 period. Right? So
yeah. Thanks for the reminder.
The way it does in the elementary school, it's the chorus, but it's in 6th grade.
And that did come up at 6th grade orientation and we discussed it.
Yeah.
But they're not missing anything, they're just getting their 4 marking periods all in 7th grade instead of 2 and 2.
Everybody else is getting extra.
Yes.
And the curriculum is going to be written over stuff.
Correct.
Who's got questions? Yes, Sean.
Well, just trying to understand it. Just forgive me if you will.
And I'm reading here, it says make informed career and financial decision necessary skills. And you're starting at a what grade?
Sixth grade.
Sixth grade. I don't know if any youngster, I mean, I understand quite often you want to give kids exposure to a variety of different enterprises or different programs. And by doing that, hopefully down the line, they can make decisions. But at sixth grade, I don't know if the brain, the mind, is really at that level where they can have the ability to make these kinds of decisions, at least in the research I'm able to go.
So,
I'm not sure if it is, but just, but I'm not, I mean, here's a program you're giving us, but where's the research in this program? What, you know, what is it showing? Is there any kind of information about the program that says, yeah, this program has been used, and it's been this successful? And yeah, I'm just trying to understand, the program itself.
well, it's not a program per se.
How effective it is.
No, it's not a program. This is, these are the state standard.
Yeah, it's not- I don't.
So I'll try and answer a couple of questions.
No, by all means, please.
So right now in sixth grade, financial literacy, and Ms. Casper, correct me if I'm wrong, is mandated, and it is already some of the standards in PBL. So they are covering some of the financial literacy piece in sixth grade.
Okay.
We just finished a 3-year career education grant that started with sixth grade 3 years ago and went through seventh and eighth grade. It's more about exposure. We know, for the most part, sixth grade, you'd be surprised, a couple might. Most sixth graders don't know what they're doing, so it's more about exposure at the sixth grade level and kind of just telling them what's possible out there. Because believe it or not, the 3 years in middle school do go quick, and a lot of our parents right now have an idea where they want their students to go. You know, they already know they want to, in sixth grade, they want to set themselves up for advanced math, advanced science. So.
I'd like to add something to that, though.
I can speak to the financial literacy.
No, I wasn't even going to speak to that, though. I want to speak to it as a whole. So removing the concept of career readiness, because I agree with you, a sixth grade child, depending upon their level of maturity, could be anything from extremely mature, I'm ready to be a medical doctor, and I can't wait to get to Harvard, to still going home because they need mommy. And I totally understand it. I think it's very true of most sixth graders. I think if we were just to take the word career readiness and just put it on the back burner for a moment, looking at this particular course, it's not a program, it's a course. It is embedded in quality best practices because one of the things that they're going to be utilizing is the core strategies. Writing, inquiry, collaboration, organization, and reading is something that has been around for over 25 years through the AVID program. So the AVID program is something that we're very proud of that we have in this district since 2009. And it just means advancement via individual determination. And basically, some very smart people out there took some best practices, packaged it into a program, and then provided it predominantly at the time to inner city children at the time who were extremely bright but weren't afforded opportunities, whether it be due to financial inconsistencies in their home or lack of literacy throughout their parents' opportunities, basically saying their parents did not go to college. So when this program was developed, we had a superintendent many years ago in 2009 who brought us to this district and said, you know what? We have middle-level children. They may not be in the same detriment of the inner city children. We have children that could aspire to do even greater things, like you talked about earlier when you were saying how the children don't even know and then they want to be the elite in college, but in high school they weren't, exactly what you said. So basically, we are very proud that we make the program work for us. It's not about certification from the state. It's not about certification from the AVID organization. It's about taking best practices. And that's what we mean by core. So what we did was we stopped and we started having this conversation. We thought about it years ago. PBL, which means problem-based learning, was something that we brought. I was the principal when we had an opportunity to look at math. Our math skills at one time were extremely at a deficit. Our math skills were up, now they're excellent, but at one time they were very low. So we stopped and said, why? What can we do differently? Let's give them an extra period, but we're not going to just make it about math. We're going to make it about analytical thinking. We're going to make it about working in groups, partnering, having an understanding of working in a dynamic, how, like an astronaut, how 4 people work together for success. And out of that came PBL, which incorporated the financial literacy as per the state requirements. So basically what this is, it's not a program. It's not about quantitative data, because you talk about that a lot. It's not about, they come in, we give them a pre-assessment, We give them formative assessments, we give them some assessment. That's not what this is
Don't
about.
understand that.
This is about a course in which we're going to still hit all of the skills that were given in PBL, but taking it to another level. Something as simplistic as even character education. Many, many years ago, we had a character education course actually in the middle school.
I'm sorry, can you say it again?
Character education. We used to have true character education, the pillars of character, they were all over the middle school. We no longer have that class, but yet we know that we have children that we would like to make good citizens. So when you have a class like this, and maybe career readiness is what got you singled in, it's, when we say career readiness, I would really like to call it life readiness. How do you act when someone says good morning to you? How do you work when you have to work in a team? How do you get something done? How do you utilize an agenda? We spend the money, fiduciarily, our citizens spend the money to give every child an agenda. I'm a big agenda girl. So what does an agenda mean? So one of the things in this particular class, and I would almost call it life readiness and life literacies, so the skills we're giving them, they really do need in sixth grade. Because when they come to us in the elementary, they don't really know how to focus themselves, not just on analytical, but really on the life skills of being a student. What does that look like? Being able to work in a class. So this class is taking the PBL to the next level. So I think that it threw you off a little bit, it would throw anybody off when you see career readiness. But I will tell you, we also have a career readiness program that's done extensively. It starts a little bit with, dabbling in the sixth grade. They had also a 3-year grant, which has been fabulous. And then in eighth grade, they actually do a program in college and career readiness online, which then goes out to the high school. So I'm excited about this because it's like, I think in this particular class, it's not about, we won't be able to quantify this. This is not who's in accelerated math, science, social studies. This is more about a relationship that's going to be created between the teacher and the children coming to us. And I think you said it best. My child does not know how to study. My child does not know how to publicly speak. My child does not know how to work in a group. My child does not know how to organize themselves. My child does not have good writing skills. So that's the point of this class.
So this is a course.
It's a course. Correct.
And how many kids would be involved in the course?
Every child would take it. So in the sixth grade, so every sixth grade is on a team. They take science, math, social studies, English language arts, and they'll have this class. And then they have a cycle where they cycle through different courses, and that's where they'll get their world language.
What comes out of the program? If this goes in, what comes out?
TBL, that's what we've been saying here, problem-based learning.
So
It's an
you're putting
expanded.
in PTS, which will, in fact, this course will take it to another level. is that
Exactly.
correct?
They're actually taking the PBL that was started 11, 12 years ago. I'm looking at you because I don't remember what year, 12 or 13 years ago.
I'm sure more than that.
No, when you ever came over?
2011, when we looked at.
2011, thank you, so 13 years ago. So we're taking something that helped children work in groups, be responsible for analytical thinking. We utilized a lot of things from NASA. We did the financial literacy piece that's required by the state, but it's taking it to another level because since COVID, we are also seeing a deficit in children's ability to really perform on a daily basis with strategies that incorporate organization.